Hey everybody, welcome back to another weekly episode of the Vantage Driver's Seat. I'm your host, Nico, and with me this week is recurring co-host Chief Dankaroo and a special guest, Todd Lee. Say hello, gentlemen.
Yo.
What's going on, everybody?
How are you guys doing this week?
Doing good, doing good. Can't complain. Lord bless me
Getting
with another day,
worse.
so I'll take it.
Well, there you go. Another day, another dollar, another day in paradise.
Right?
All right, well, let's not waste too much time. Todd Lee's here for a reason, and we'll get into that here shortly. But as we always do, we go over the races from this past week, and starting with the Vantage Pro Series at Kansas. There was a little bit of spicy towards the end of this race involving Todd Lee and another driver. But first, the race itself was it was a pretty good race. The downfall of Daniel Michel in this race. Todd, you were there. How was this race besides the spicy part at the end? But how was this race overall for you?
Overall, it was actually surprisingly really good. Um, it was actually pretty interesting to have some strategy play into it for once. You know, everybody was really keeping it clean, keeping their heads together. We weren't really making a lot of contact like you usually see early in the race, and then a lot of it at the end of the race. For the most part, it was a lot cleaner than I was expecting it to be.
Yeah, it was a relatively clean race. Lots of good racing. I think Kansas always delivers, especially in the Gen 7 cars, as we've seen in both real life and iRacing. And yeah, really good car track combo. Kyle Purcell came away with his first win of the season, locking himself into the playoffs for the Vantage Pro Series, which starts not this week, not next week either, but in 2 weeks' time. We got one more regular season race, then I believe an all-star race at Richmond, and then we're off to the playoffs at Atlanta. Todd Lee's in the mix for that playoff spot. He's sitting sixth in the championship standings, pretty much safe for the cutoff, unless he somehow loses out 40 points to the cars behind. But yeah, I think he'll be okay. Todd,
If I do, I don't deserve to be there anyways.
yeah, like I said, it would take a massive choke job to miss out on the playoffs at this point. You are, she's like 25, 26 points to the good right now, above certainly, or so sorry, currently Paul French, who sits in 13th at 212 points. You're at sixth with 238. So you're just about set. Eyes forward on the playoffs. How's this season been for you, and are you looking forward to the playoffs? Oh my.
Oh,
Uh, Season wasn't. I'll be honest, it's not what I've wanted it to be. I mean, it's not been bad. I can't complain. We've had some good runs, a lot of top fives, top tens. It's just definitely felt like we've come short in a few tracks that we definitely should have had a win at. And we should already probably be in the playoffs, but we're still there, and we're, like you said, we're not in danger or anything. So I'm still enjoying it. I just feel like we could be doing a lot better.
Yeah, pretty solid season so far. So far, like you said, a couple top fives, and a good amount of top tens. You got 11 playoff points right now, heading into the playoffs. Hopefully, you can snag some more. When you're listening to this, it'll be tomorrow at Darlington. What do you think the Darlington race is going to be like? It's a driver's track, isn't it?
It definitely is a driver's track, and funnily enough, me and my crew chief were just talking about that yesterday, and I told him, he's like, "You ready for Darlington?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "No," and he said, "Well, that's good because usually when you're not ready for them, we usually have a pretty good race." So I think the key to Darlington, and we're really going to find out, is if guys can have patience because it's a long race and it's taxing to keep mentally there the whole race. So if guys can do that, I think we'll have a great race for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. That's another thing. I think you are one of, if not the only driver in the Pro Series with an active crew chief slash spotter. What's that like?
Uh, it's easier for me. Point blank, it's too much for me to try to focus on racing and then make sure I get all my pit stop stuff done and have to worry about what lap I'm pitting on. So, I had great a great helper with my crew chief. He sits there every week, tries to come up with some strategies we can try to use just to try to change things up. Some tracks that I'm not good at, maybe we can get them on pit strategy. Um, Truck series, I have Quint or William Hightower who drives the 45. He was my second truck in there, and he's been there for a long time before we actually got into Vantage. He was my spotter, and so we just have a little team here, and it just helps keep everything just kind of fun keeps everything fun, keeps guys entertained. Gives us all something to do together, and it helps me out a lot because I don't have to focus on all that extra tedious stuff.
Yeah, you just get to go out there and race.
Right.
So yeah, that's really good. So should we get into the spicy bit? What we were all here to hear. It was kind of teased last week that we're going to bring you on the podcast whenever this went down. I think I'll just let you walk us through exactly what happened during the end of that race there at Kansas.
Yeah. We were coming to, I think, I want to say like 5 to go, 4 to go, something like that. Maybe even a little bit later than that. I'm not quite sure. I know it was on lap 153. Tires were done. I was kind of trying to chase down Kurt Bray for 4th place, and we were catching him. And I was fairly certain if we could have caught him, we were going to get him, and we were going to have 4th place for sure.
Uh-huh.
And then I happened to look down at the relative and noticed that Tyler Smith was flying up through there, and it dawned on me, oh yeah, he was like one of the last guys to take tires. So I had no intention of fighting him. I'm like, this kid's obviously faster. He's going to go up there and get him top 3 most likely, because if he's catching me like this, he's definitely going to catch Kurt, and then it is what it is. But as we happen to see a lot in Vantage, and like Kurt Busch just said about Joey Logano and said it quite well, it actually fits a lot of drivers' advantage I've seen. There's a lot of fast cars just in a hurry to become the first wreck or the last wreck. And that's exactly what happened. Tyler Smith came in there, fastest car on the track at the time, honestly. Comes in there, could have just waited an extra corner, could have just an extra bit. No, decides the best thing he can do is just drive straight into my left quarter panel and try to dump us. Luckily, we saved it and we were able to come away with 6th place, but definitely just uncalled for. I mean, we see it all the time. If guys would just be a little bit more patient and just wait an extra corner, we probably wouldn't have nearly as many wrecks as we do. And this is just another prime example of someone getting in over their head.
Yeah, like you said, there were 7 laps to go. He was clearly faster. I think we do see it a lot, not just in Vantage, in the real life Cup Series as well. I feel like it's kind of a plague with I don't know Tyler Smith's exact age, but the younger generation kind of they're in that they got that mentality that they got to pass you now or never. When in reality,
Yes,
he could have waited, like you said, a couple more corners. He would have easily got you on the pace advantage.
right. And that's something that I try to really, any younger guys that I race with, I try to tell them, you have plenty of time. There's plenty of race. Even if there's 10 laps to go, that's still a lot of racing left to do. And I get it. It takes a while to make passes in these cars. The next gens, they are difficult to make passes in. The cars aren't that fun to drive, in my opinion. They don't like to pass each other, and I get it. But at the same time, why even risk ruining your race and ruining my race for something that could have been avoided on the next front stretch? You know what I mean? Like, I could have gave you if you just would have given me an extra 3 seconds, we wouldn't even be talking about this right now. And now he's got a target on his back.
Ooh,
I mean,
exactly.
I'm not going to cut any brakes to him. I can tell you that right now. It'd be in his best interest to stay away from the 46 car for the rest of the season. But it is what it is. I mean, I feel like, honestly, like a lot of the older guys we've seen in real NASCAR say, there comes a point where you've got to put your foot down, and guys are going to have to learn. And I have been taken out one too many times and had my nose cut one too many times and cut too many brakes here and there. And it just so happened that Tyler Smith happened to be the straw that broke the camel's back, and the 46 is not going to be so nice out there anymore.
Oh, so is this a new age of of Todd Lee racing? A little bit more, maybe not dirty, but just not giving way to some of these other drivers?
I think you are probably accurate on that. I've seen it too many times. Just you give a guy an inch and he'll take a mile, and I'm done giving. So, I mean, I'm not going to go out there and intentionally wreck anybody and ruin somebody's day. But if you're going to do something stupid and put yourself in a bad spot, I'm definitely not going to help you out anymore.
All right. Well, looking forward to you two the rest of the season. Tyler Smith on the outside looking in, going into this Thursday's regular season finale. But Todd Lee relatively safe in terms of the cut line. So we'll see if those two next to each other on track, who gives way and what exactly happens. Looking forward to seeing you guys out there.
All I'm gonna say is w- the beef's still there. It's nice and hot. I'm not gonna flat out say anything in particular, but the beef is definitely still hot.
All right, well, we got some fresh beef. I think that's a good place to end it there for our Todd Lee interview. Thanks for coming out, Todd. Best of luck tomorrow and in the rest of the season.
Hey, I appreciate you guys having me on.
All right. Well, that was Todd Lee, everybody. And so we got some beef, Chief. You were mentioning rivalries earlier today. I won't say for what, but
I was.
looks like we got another one brewing in real time
Yes.
as we're talking about
Yes.
it. Fresh content for the Vantage Racing Team. Post Purge, by the way.
Oh, you want to talk about the purge?
Yeah,
Did we talk about it?
we mentioned it. We talked about the Purge a little bit. Basically, the VRT server, not the iRacing side of things, but mostly the console side of things, purged all its inactive members. So basically, we gave everyone a month to hit an active role. If they didn't have it, they got kicked. And I think it worked out pretty well. We announced V1, our Formula One league. And it's, when you're listening to this, it'll probably be full. As of right now, there's 18 drivers, soon to be 19, I think, if that other guy signs up, Comeback Poppy. So yeah, just about
My
full.
goat.
And it's only been like 30 hours since we announced it. So really, really quick turnaround. And then,
Yeah.
Formula America.
I'm really
as well.
surprised, honestly.
Yeah, same.
Really happy too.
Yeah, surprised in a good way. Happily surprised. But yeah, we announced Formula America as well. It's a little Forza series with the Formula Mazdas. It's going to be like not a feeder series, like an opener series, I guess, to the Vantage Indy Special League, both starting on March 29th. Formula America will be running before the Vantage Indy Special League. And then, yeah, Indy Special League will close out Saturday. And then we have something brewing for ACC. I don't know if we wanted to get into that just yet. Soon to be announced, I think.
Yeah, we could.
All right. Totally unnoticeable cut. So yes, yes, nothing happened. It's like we never skipped the time at all. ACC series coming on up. The Vantage Touring Sprint Championship. Yeah, VTSC, right?
Challenge.
Oh,
Yeah, BTS.
all the buzzwords. We got all the buzzwords in there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little collab league with another league called Formula Worldwide Leagues. It's a lot of leagues, and it's gonna be 1 hour races every Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern. But we will have one race on the 21st, which is a Saturday at Indy Road Course for the greatest day in Vantage. I think that might be during Vantage Week too, no?
Yeah, that's actually on the anniversary of Vantage. If it's the 21st on a Saturday.
June 20th, I think, yeah.
Oh, the 20th.
It's
21st is on a Saturday.
so that'll be exciting.
Anyways, yeah, that's around Vantage Week time.
It's gonna be a full day of racing. It's crazy.
We racing all day that day. Vantage Week 2025 is gonna be the greatest thing.
No going outside.
I also was looking when I was making the V1 schedule graphic. So we obviously have 12 races. We have all 5 Sundays in June. There's a V1 race.
That's cool.
So every single
I like that.
Sunday for June, all of June is just going to be jam packed with racing. There's 5.
Don't go outside.
Don't
Don't
go
do
outside.
anything with your summer vacation.
Stay inside and race.
Join Vantage.
Yeah.
Race now.
This is not a request, but more of a threat, actually.
The order.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, that was Thursday's race, the VPS series. Kyle Purcell, your winner. Then we go on to Friday Night Fenders at Daytona. I made my first race start of the year. No, I raced Retro GP a couple weeks ago, but my first FNF start of the year. What a race that was, huh?
What a race. What a finish. Can we talk about that? The finish was just absolutely amazing. I've never seen it before in Vantage.
I don't think I've ever seen. If you're not privy on what we're talking to, go back and watch really the whole race, but especially the last lap of the Friday Night Fenders race at Daytona. It was, I won't spoil too much, but it did end up in a 4-wide photo finish, which I don't think I've ever seen anywhere, especially not in Vantage. All right, super unobvious jump cut part 2. Anyways, 4 wide photo finish at Daytona. You and I were both in that race. You finished second. You were fourth with 200 feet to go. How did that work out?
So it was really scruffy going to the line, as you would imagine, at Daytona.
Yep.
T. Smitty was just he was running me up the track a little bit, which I guess it's coming to the finish at a super speedway. I didn't go to college, and so yeah, that's just how it goes at those tracks. But I did get a really good run out of 4, and I was gonna take the outside, which I did end up taking eventually. But Mike, he just covered it off perfectly. He hats off to him, honestly. He was so hype. I was so happy for him. Won the race by
Couple
um,
hundreds. I don't remember what the exact
hundreds. Yeah,
margin was.
I think
Let me
on
look
the
it up real quick.
telemetry, his said .729 and mine said .744. So whatever that is.
Yeah, it was it's like 1500ths of a second then.
Yeah, which is crazy. And the call too. Purge was just going crazy in the booth,
Yeah.
almost barking.
Purge barking, he would never. But yeah, he he went really insane. He went good in the booth. He's a really good just lead commentator and co-commentator. I think he has a bright future in commentary for Vantage. If he so chooses to pursue it, he's going to be my co-commentator for the Vantage Indie Special League. If you're listening, V1 is in need of a co-commentator right now. It's just going to be me in the booth because everyone else is racing.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. Unfortunate. Cover your ears. Dad jokes and commentary curses for an hour and a half every Sunday.
No!
And an hour or 2 hours every Saturday. Every other Saturday, more or less. But yeah. I was in that race too. I was running towards the front until the last restart. I restarted, like third or fourth or something? I was starting right behind you, I think, in the last restart. And yeah, I accidentally restarted in fourth gear. So I just got really bogged down and lost literally at all my spots. I dropped to like ninth. So yeah, that basically cost me the race. I never really got the draft back. So I finished fifth, of course. But yeah, Friday Night Fenders was a good one. I think you take over the championship lead now. You were down by 5 points going in. Race win is what, 25, 30 points? Well, you got second place. But yeah.
I believe so. I think I took it at Suzuka maybe, because Loud lagged out. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Loud's.
I think I took it there. So
dare I say, Choke Balloon is back, even though it's his internet's fault, but still. Would you say
what's crazy?
This is some artificial beef that what has happened to Loud Balloon the last couple of weeks is karma for what happened the previous weeks?
Definitely. You know, when you don't want to follow the rules, that's just what happens to you.
The racing guy.
I don't make the rules. I mean, I do actually. I own
the
it.
owner of Vantage.
But yeah, karma, buddy. When you're watching this, get shit on. L. Hold this.
Do you think if he makes every race and you make every race, you'll be able to win the championship over Loud?
I don't think he could beat me if he had a F1 car.
Oh my god. Okay. We got more beef coming then. Another week with Chief, another call out. Bro can't go 5 minutes without calling someone out. But yeah, that's it. There was a non-broadcasted Vissel recruitment race on Saturday. Sunday was Retro GP doubleheader. The only person that streamed that, I think, was Tyler Fink, but another Dutch weekend sweep, Deutsche Maschine weekend sweep. I think he's clinched the championship. He's up by like 60 points with like 3 races to go. So yeah, he's pretty much clinched that championship. He said he's not going to be able to race in Formula One.
Wait.
What's that?
I just got a notification on the sim grid. Comeback Poppy has registered for the V1 championship.
That means in real time, all 20 seats have been filled. So yeah, we made it. We made it. We
Would you
did
look
it.
at that?
All it took was a little rebrand, a purge.
They thought we were out. They thought we were finished. I'll tell you what. Vantage in 5.
That's what I'm saying.
Continue.
VRA, YMCA, WNBA, Vantage in 5. That's going to be the name of the episode, I think. I'm going to put my face over Shannon Sharp. But yeah. What were we even talking about? Oh, yeah. So V1 is officially full-time drivers full. That being said, if you still want to race in our F1 league, definitely sign up as a reserve because there's a decent chance, I would say, that someone misses at least one race. But it'd be cool if everyone showed up to every race. Full grid for a full season would be good TV, if nothing else.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's just about it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the power rankings, actually.
Yes!
If we so choose. So, looking at
Wonder if I'm
this,
still in the top.
not a bunch of changes. The top 5 all say the same. Daniel Michel, Kyle's brother. Daniel Michel, Sean Purcell in second. Dush, with his weekend sweep, stays in third behind Sean because he won the championship. William Hightower fourth. Todd Lee, who was with us a little earlier, in fifth. Then we get some movers. Kyle Purcell, who won at Kansas, gets P6. Kurt Bray goes down a spot. Braytage is over. Country Pepper, who actually didn't race this weekend. He missed out on another P2 streak like he's been doing. Stays 8th. Chief Dankaroo, with the second place finish at Daytona, moves up one spot to 9th. Now, mind you, 2 weeks ago, he was... Chief 2 weeks ago was like 26th or something. Maybe 20th, but still. Into the top 10. Loud Balloon down a spot. He rounds out the top 10. Thoughts on the top 10?
Boy, that's pretty much it. Loud Balloon's just a little boy to me. He always will be. Because he's younger than me.
I was going to say, he's technically...
Even though he's like 6 inches taller than me. But we don't talk about that. He's a little boy to me. And that's just how it is. It's just how it's going to be.
Do you think you could take Loud? I didn't hear a no.
No. I'm just going to say no comment.
No comment. Oh, my God. That's not a no. Loud if you're hearing this. You're going to start a fight. You're going to fly you to Alabama so you can fight Loud.
I don't want to go to Alabama.
Ain't nobody want to go
I'm
to
going to have to meet Loud's girlfriend. She's going to be his cousin. Crazy.
That's crazy. He's not even from Alabama. I don't think that's how it works. That's insane. My God. Anyways, coming up this week, we have the Darlington regular season finale for the Vantage Pro Series. We have Friday Night Fenders at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Oval on Friday. I will probably be there for that one to race again because why not? Go fast, turn left. Chief made me a nice little paint scheme too, so I'm going to show that off. Probably finish P5 again, if I'm being honest.
Ooh. A little Greg Moore action?
A little Greg Moore action. Hopefully, no, I'm not going to say it. Yeah. Saturday, Vissel recruitment again. Sunday, Retro GP, this time at Sebring. Those cars at Sebring actually should be pretty fun. Hopefully Dutch doesn't run away with it again. He probably will, but, we'll see. But I think, dare I say, that's just about it. Yeah, got a full grid for V1. Formula Americas, which is going to be on Forza, is openly recruiting. And that's about it. Anything else you want to plug, Chief, before we wrap it up? No,
I think I'm faded.
All right. Faded off a sugar-free Zin. All right.
Follow all the Vantage socials.
Yes, follow us on
Do
socials. We're Vantage Racing Team on just about everything at this point. We even changed our YouTube handle. But if you're listening to this, you're listening on YouTube already, so go ahead and hit subscribe.
Yeah. Be on the lookout on the YouTube for more videos besides the podcast.
Yeah, be on the lookout on the YouTube for 750 hours of Twitch streams. I'll give the audience a little rundown. So if anyone's an experienced Twitch streamer like myself, or even any kind of Twitch streamer, you might have been notified that you have until April 19th to get your Twitch storage VODs under 100 hours, which I have the Nico Twitch and we have the Vantage Racing Team Twitch, which they are both well over 100 hours. So I've been spending the better part of the last 2 weeks downloading clips, not clips, but full-on streams onto an external hard drive I bought right now. I just hit 1 terabyte last night of footage downloaded, so it's a lot of stuff. It's an insane amount of stuff. Can't wait to accidentally corrupt it.
1 terabyte of VP
Oh, okay.
on my computer.
Yep.
Vantage Productions.
Vantage Productions.
That's what that is.
That's what that
I
is.
don't know what you're thinking about, Nico. That's what disgusting, honestly.
I didn't say anything. Okay. Before I incriminate myself anymore, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I've been Nico. This has been Chief. Vantage in 5.
Vantage in 5.